Hey guys, this is Juliet, your host. Just popping in to say if you like this podcast, subscribe for more content. I've been creating some great bonus material for you. Please subscribe and download so I can keep bringing you more permission granted. Thanks for your support. Hey guys, thanks for listening to Permission Granted. I'm your host, Juliette Ricci Lagman. Today, I'm sharing with you a little bit of an impromptu episode, solo with me. um, I just had a few things that I wanted to share and thought they would be insightful given the last episode we had with Sarah and then additionally just lots going on. So all good things. So thanks for listening. What I want to talk about is, first of all, with Sarah Matson, we talked about angels and signs and things like that. And I want to tell you guys a story. I recently um, had my back right tire of my car fell flat on my way to yoga class. And luckily, I wasn't on the highway. I was still in town and I was close to home. So I was able to pull over and walk home and, get things figured out. But what I want to share with is this angel that appeared for me. um, so my back right tire was down and I was actually sitting in my truck waiting for roadside assistance to show. And then all of a sudden, this gentleman showed up in front of my car and he was wearing this bright red scarf. It was like a desert scarf. And um, he said to me something about every day above ground is a blessed uh, every day about above ground is a good day, which is very true. And then we got talking. He complimented my red shoes I was wearing, and a lot about color in this story. And needless to say, I was having a really not a great day, but I was trying to make the most of it and stay positive. So I was feeling pretty down. And, he said, well, have you read The Power of Now, which is Eckhart Tolle's book about being present? And I've read parts of it. And he said, you just seem like someone who I can, talk about that kind of stuff to. He said, I've read it a few times and listened to the audiobook and it's changed my life. And he said other few amazing things. And I was just like, wow, his positivity, his joy that he was emanating, it really turned my day around. So not only did he pump my tire up and he followed me to the Les Schwab, the tire center, to get a new tire, he also checked me in and he just honestly, he was like an angel. He turned my whole sad demeanor around to joy. It was amazing. And then they said, okay, well, for the new tire, this is the second time this tire's gone down in the last few months, and which is odd for me. So I don't know what's going on. But aside from that, they said, okay, it'll be $250 or something for a new tire. And I was like, okay. And then the attendant came back to me and she said, actually, you're under warranty, so it's going to be free. So I was just like a, glowing from this whole interaction um, that day. And so anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. There are angels among us, and we may not know it, but we can be angels for other people in all the little things we do every day. So yeah, I just really appreciated that. Um, I will say, on that having a bad day note, I've had a low level of rage and despair running through me lately. And, it's like a unknown anxiety that I've never experienced before. I mean, I've always been an anxious person, but this one is so related to, politics that I don't recognize it, to be honest. I'm like so scared for everybody, including myself. Like what if I get kidnapped or, something by my own government? I mean, it's terrible to say, but I've had this fear running through me. And, you know, it was just nice to have a breather away from that, a moment of joy. And yeah, so the last thing that I want to talk about is recently I've been trying to figure out what I'm doing with my life. And um, what I am learning is things are clicking now because I'm saying no to things that aren't aligning with me. And I know that's a simple phrase, but what I mean is, um, you know, just because I quit something doesn't mean I'm a quitter. Just because I say no to something doesn't mean that, I'm giving up. What I'm doing currently is making space for what I love, what loves me, and what I'm committed to. So, what I'm learning is um, as I move through this journey, not doing things just because I should, not sticking it out just because it's the right thing to do, and I'm embarrassed if I give up because I'm worried about what people might think of me. But uh, just something to consider, like maybe sit down, and this is what I just did. Make a list of what I'm committed to, what you're committed to, and I will just tell you, I'm committed to my husband. I'm committed to my family. I'm committed to my dear friends. I'm committed to myself. There's no way around that. So just gonna have to, you know, admit it and fall in love with myself. I'm committed to this podcast for the foreseeable future. I absolutely love doing this and it loves me. I love writing, and I went to an event on Saturday night. It was Glennon Doyle's book tour for the book that her sister Amanda, and Abby Wambach just published called We Can Do Hard Things, a take on based on their podcast, their amazing podcast. Um, so I went to this event, and I was just blown away. I sat in the audience, and then Glennon's daughter Tish, who does the theme song, and she's a musician. Um, she does a theme song for the podcast. She showed up on stage and she said, "I have a very, very special guest." And all of a sudden, there's Brandy Carlisle, and I just lost my mind. Brandy Carlisle's from Washington State, so she's a local here, and she's well known. She just did an album with Elton John, actually. Um, and I just started crying. It was like another angel appeared. It was like, the thing that I lost my mind and I started crying is I just thought, wow, here's a person who's living her authentic life. And that's what I want, my favorite authors, Elizabeth Gilbert, Glennon Doyle, Cheryl Strayed, and there are more. I want to follow in their footsteps. So I think that's what I'm going to choose to put my energy towards, and my space, my mental capacity, and my creativity. It's what I'm committed to. So, falling in love with life, falling in love with your art. Um, when I was recently on this retreat in Hawaii, the facilitator, he said, as we were doing a event, he said, think about what your favorite day is. And I thought, your most successful day. And I thought, oh my gosh, my book release was pretty fantastic. But then what kept coming to me was my wedding day. And that was almost 20 years ago. And what a fun day that was, and spectacular day. And as we were sort of going around the circle talking about it, I just started crying. And there's a reason I'm sharing this with you, so I'll get to it. And I was crying because I realized, like, you know, this person that I'm trying to make myself be, as in like productive, bringing money in, industrious, workaholic, all of those things, um, successful, quote unquote. Um, my husband doesn't need me to be that person, nor is he asking for me to. I just keep thinking that that's what I should be because it's the right thing to do. And what I realized as I'm crying is I just need to let that go. I just need to let it go. I just need to let everything go and know that I'm supported by my husband, but also the bigger picture, by the universe. Um, so that's what I'm going to do. New adventures to come, and I'm really excited about that. So I'll just kind of leave you with this. When you say no to things, sometimes you're saying yes to other things that are meant for you. Um, when things say no to you, maybe they're not meant for you. So, anyway, love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Okay, bye. Oh, I almost forgot to share with you guys. If you have any stories of signs, from the universe that have appeared, or angels that have helped you in your life. I'm sure we all have those stories because, wow, life is eventful. Please share them with me. On Basically, you can send them to me at juliettericci@gmail.com. Or in the show notes, there is a spot that says, I want to hear from you. You can text it to me. You can also, I can share you my information so you can send me a recording. Um, Anyway, I want to hear from you guys, and I'd love it so much. And let's get this interactive because there's lots to share here. So, anyhow, reach out to me, juliettericci@gmail.com, or I want to hear from you. Essentially, you can send me a text. Okay, love you guys. Thanks for listening, everybody. I'm so grateful you were able to join us today. Please share and like and review this podcast. Also, if you have any comments or questions about anything, I would love to hear from you. You can reach me at juliettericci@gmail.com, and info is in the show notes. Till next time, have a great week.